Greetings, everybody. I am Christopher Bell, certified public accountant, and I am announcing the 2025 tax season. I am the herald of tax preparation across the United States. I am the proud owner of Strongman CPA LLC, and I would be more than happy to do your taxes in any state in the United States, and it would be fully remote. I'm not coming to your house to do your taxes in Florida. So, who am I? Well, here's me and my son. I am the owner of Strongman CPA LLC, a fully digital, veteran-owned accounting and tax preparation business. I am a CPA, a certified public accountant, licensed in the state of Virginia. I live and I am licensed in Virginia, but I can do taxes in every state. I have 8 years plus of accounting and tax preparation experience. I've been doing accounting for a long time. I know what I'm doing. And I have very diverse experience in government, private, and public accounting. I am a very well-rounded accountant, which is why you will let me do your taxes for 2025. Why would you hire me? Look at this man and his two beautiful children. Why hire me? Well, first of all, I give you a free, and I mean free, 30-minute initial tax consultation. You can talk to me absolutely for free. We'll go into more details in a second. I give you upfront, fixed tax preparation quotes. You meet, I review your taxes from last year. I tell you a quote at the end of the meeting, and that is what you pay. You know exactly how much you're going to pay me after our initial free 30-minute consultation. You will not get a surprise bill. The only time you will, and I'll warn you in advance, is if we have a tax consultation and then you fail to disclose to me that you have 10 other businesses. If I find that out later, I may have to adjust your tax preparation fees. But if you're open and honest and you tell me up front all your tax documents and all your tax items, you're not going to pay a dime more than what I quote you. 3, you will have a personal relationship with me. I am the sole face and preparer of the business. Nobody else works for Strongman CPA LLC, and it will always be that way. You will be communicating with me directly. There are no outsourced office managers. There's no other tax preparers. I do everything in the business, and I'm going to keep it that way. I am fully digital. That means you don't deal with any paperwork whatsoever. Zero paperwork. Everything is digital. Signatures, filing, everything. You can be in Hawaii, and I can do your taxes here in Virginia. No problem whatsoever. All states are welcome, and I also do tax planning. So if you need to talk to me before the end of the year to make sure you've paid the proper amount of wages to yourself, if you own an S corporation, or any other item that you want to discuss, I also offer tax planning. I have a consultation rate, $125 an hour, and we can do some tax planning in addition to your tax preparation. What I do a variety of different tax services. Okay, I do 1040s, that's your basic individual tax return. I do the 1120S, which is an S corporation. I can also file for you to elect to be taxed as an S corporation. I do 1065s, that's partnership tax returns. I do 1120s, that's C corporations. I do bookkeeping. I only do U.S. tax returns. If you live in Canada or Europa or in Timbuktu, I'm sorry, I can't do your taxes, unfortunately. And like I reiterated earlier, every state is welcome. It does not matter. What I don't do trust tax returns. Now, if you get a document from a trust, if you get a K-1, I can file your taxes. But if you want me to actually do the trust tax return, I do not do trusts. I simply do not have the experience with that. I also don't do nonprofits, and I don't guarantee refund amounts. So I'm not going to say, I'm going to guarantee you a $5,000 refund. You might actually owe money if you didn't pay enough throughout the year, and that's just the sad, honest truth. Hopefully you don't, and we'll take as many legitimate deductions as you can if you're a business owner or even an individual taxpayer. But I cannot guarantee you a refund because you could have potentially underpaid. That happens, okay? So the main thing is trusts and nonprofit tax returns. I can do any other tax return. If you are a recipient of a K-1 from a trust, I can still do your taxes. I just don't do the individual trust return, just to clarify. The process. So how do we do this? Well, we have a free 30-minute initial video conference if you want to do that. That's our initial consultation, completely free, no charge to you. During that conference, I give you an upfront quote. Once you agree to allow me to do your taxes, which would be a very wise thing to do, you will sign your engagement letter, either you and your spouse if you have a spouse. You'll pay your upfront retainer. I charge upfront an upfront fixed fee. I'm going to review your prior year tax return, and I'm going to send you a Dropbox link, and you will use that link to upload everything. Do not email me any tax documents. Upload all your documents to secure Dropbox link portal. You don't want your sensitive information being leaked everywhere. Once I have everything and you've paid your fee and you've signed your engagement letter, you'll send me an email saying, Chris, everything is in Dropbox. I have paid. You can start my taxes, and then I will do your tax return. I will collect any additional amounts due, not to the tax authorities, but to me, and if and only if you hide stuff from me. So if you have 5 extra businesses upstairs, don't hide that from me. Just tell me up front, and as long as you're transparent, I will never adjust your upfront fixed fee. It's only when you conceal information. I'll do a 10-minute video going over your completed return on request. You have to request the video. But I will do it, and it's completely free, but you have to request it. I will then have you review your tax return, and when it's all said and done and you're satisfied with the tax return, everything looks good, I will then send you an e-file authorization, which is just you giving me permission to file your taxes online with the relevant authorities. Once you sign that, you and your spouse, if you have a spouse, I will then submit your tax return, and I'll let you know when it gets accepted. That's the process. Now, we go into a little bit more details. The main thing with the free 30-minute consultation, which is in the pinned comment below, and it's in this presentation, we'll talk over Google Meet, so you don't have to come to my house. I don't know if you want to come to my house, okay? I'm not coming to your house. We can meet over Google Meet, or we can just do a phone call. Doesn't matter. You don't have to see me. I don't have to see you. Be completely anonymous. I mean, obviously, I'll know your information. But we'll meet over Google Meet. I'll set up the meeting for you. You just show up. We have a quick chat. I quote you, and you say yes or no, and then we continue the process from there. Then we do all the fun signing stuff, the engagement letter, which is just the formal agreement between you and I. You pay an upfront fixed fee. You pay it upfront. I review your prior year tax return. I review everything to make sure you get all your carryovers, et cetera, and I'll send you a Dropbox link. That link, please do not email me any personal information. Everything should be uploaded to Dropbox, and I'm more than happy to assist you if you have issues with Dropbox. Upload all your documents to Dropbox. Like I said, I will help you if you need help accessing it or using it, but it's pretty easy to understand. I will then prepare your tax return. I use Drake Tax. It's a professional accounting software. I will not start your tax preparation until your engagement letter is signed by you and your spouse if you have one. The retainer is paid, and all expected tax documents are uploaded to Dropbox. Now, you don't have to email me every time you upload something. Just get everything you're expecting in there in Dropbox, and then once you think you've uploaded everything, then email me and say, hey, Chris, everything's uploaded. You can start my return. I just don't want to have to, you don't need to email me 1,000 times, basically. But once you're ready to go and everything's up there, shoot me an email, say, hey, Chris, everything's there, and I'll prepare your returns. I prioritize tax returns as they're received, but if I have a bunch of pass-through entities, which are due a lot sooner than individual taxes, mid-March, I'll have to prioritize those. But generally, I have a pretty fast turnaround. Okay, I'm pretty zeroed in during tax season. So once you upload everything, I'm going to get right on it because I want it done just as fast as you do. I will then collect any additional amounts due, which, like I said, very rare, only if you hide stuff from me, and I'll tell you up front. Oh, by the way, you failed to mention that you had 5 additional businesses upstairs. Therefore, because it's going to take me so much longer to prepare the return, you owe this additional amount. I don't think this has ever happened to me. Or if it has, it's been extremely rare. Okay, so don't worry about me just saying, oh, I finished your taxes, but you actually owe me $1,000 more. No, I will tell you up front. And only if you hit stuff from me. I'll then do a 10-minute video. I'll film it just like I'm filming this now, going over your tax return. I'll upload it to Dropbox, but you have to request it. I don't want to have to do this for every single tax return, especially if it's a simple tax return. There's no need unless you request it. If you request it, I will do it, and it's at no additional cost to you. I know there are some more complicated returns, and I can understand why people would request that. So don't be shy. If you want me to review your taxes with a 10-minute video, I will do it for you. You have to ask. Then we'll sign e-file authorizations. You and your spouse will. And once I get those, which are all digitally signed, you don't have to mail them in. It's all digital. That authorizes me to file your tax return. So you should thoroughly review your return. Once everything looks good, you'll have these signature requests in your inbox. You sign it. Your spouse signs it if you have a spouse. Once I see that, boom, we're filing. And then I will file your tax return, and I will keep everything. So everything you upload to Dropbox, I have no plans to delete it. According to the rules, I have to keep it for 7 years, but anything you upload to Dropbox, I have 2 terabytes of storage. I'm not deleting anything you put on there. So if you need to access your documents later, everything will be on Dropbox. I might even organize it for you at the end of the tax season. And that's it. So if you want to have a very experienced tax professional and a man that you see on YouTube every day, almost every day, go ahead and book a free 30-minute initial consultation. You can book by clicking the pinned comment below, or you can access this PowerPoint through my link in the description below, and you can book one that way. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. I hope to work with you in tax season. And the last thing, of course, is if you refer anybody to me, I pay you $50. I can give you a $50 credit to your tax return, or I'll pay you $50, whatever you prefer. Generally, it's easier to just credit your tax preparation fees. So if you sign up with me and then you refer your parents and then you refer your sister and your cousin, every time I get a referral, I will knock it $50 off your tax prep fee. 50, 100, 150. I'll even pay you. If you get me 10 referrals, I'll pay you $500. Okay? Just let the person know when they contact me who sent them. So I'd be more than happy to do that. Anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy the presentation, and you guys have a wonderful, amazing tax season with me.